Hey beautiful people, welcome back to a new video on our channel Read Travel Become. The successful people from the previous generations always used to reiterate a fact. They used to say that be so good that they can't ignore you. But can this theory be applied in today's times? There is this internet digital boom where there is a cutthroat competition in literally every sphere of life. No one is going to come to you and ask you what your talents are and what do you do the best, and it's very difficult these days to stand out in a different way in the crowd of so many talented folks out there. So basically you have the responsibility to show the world what your idea is. Basically you have the responsibility to show your work. I recently read this book, Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. Again, I actually had read this book in my college days. I had read an e-copy, but I always wanted a physical copy and I reread this book again. I still remember after I had read this book in my college days, I was massively inspired to, produce content, to actually put forward my ideas, put forward what I know. So I reread this book a few days back and I found out that this book is very relevant in today's times, in today's digital age. It's that kind of a book from which you can absorb a lot of things. The writer has written a quote in this book which goes like, "It sounds a bit extreme, but if your work isn't online, it does not exist." So this book talks about how to portray your ideas, how to put forward your work in front of an audience, and this book will definitely inspire you to start something, because after you take that first step, the rest of the steps definitely follow. So I'm going to talk about some of the points from this book which I felt like sharing, which I felt are very relevant in these times. I'm going to talk about all of these points in this video. So make sure you watch the video till the end. You may never know which thought or fact may resonate with you and change the course of your life. So let's get started. The book will talk about how today you have to take that first step to start something, to put forward your ideas on the internet, because internet is a platform today where literally millions of ideas are floating around and you too can be a part of it. The author says that whatever idea you have, whatever crazy, amazing, awesome thought you have, there's literally going to be a small percentage of people who really want to see you. The percentage can vary from topic to topic, but there's always going to be a fraction of people who want to see you, who want to hear you. So this book is basically just about that. So all of these ideas are condensed into 10 points. He has given out 10 points in the book. I felt that 3 of these points resonated with me, so I'm going to talk about 3 points, but I think all of the points are very relevant. So let's start with the first point. The first point is, you don't have to be a genius. Gone are the days when the myth of the lone genius prevailed. The myth that you had to, seclude yourself, you had to sit in one room, be a genius, work really hard and, gather all the information that is out there, be best at what you're doing, and then come out with your product and show it to the world. And the author says that this does not happen in today's times. In today's times, you literally have to be out there and show whatever you're doing. There's a beautiful analogy for this. Imagine there are two painters. The first painter is someone who thinks that, okay, first I need the best canvas in the world, I need the best paintbrushes, I need the best crayons, best pastels, I need the best of everything. Then I will learn the best art which goes into making a great painting. I'll learn the best techniques and then I will paint my masterpiece. But the second person, what does he do? Even if he has a pencil with him, he just starts right away. He makes 1,000 paintings. In this process of 1,000 paintings, he does not even realize that the 1,001st painting is a masterpiece. So this is how it works. While he's painting those 1,000 paintings, he's learning a lot of things on the way. And if he shares his work while he's making these mistakes, people connect with him more. So this is what the author wants to say when he says that you don't have to be a genius to start something. You just start it, and on the way you would learn a lot of things. Even when I started this channel, I thought, I have just read a few number of books. Why should I start a channel? Let me read a lot of books first. Let me read a lot of good classics first and self-help books first, and then I'll start a channel. But I did not think that way. Whatever knowledge I had, I just took a camera and shot myself. And along this process, I have learned so much. I have read so many books along this way that it has really helped me personally also. Not just the content creation game, but for me personally as well. I have read way many books which I would have never read if I would have taken the other route. So that is how it works. You don't have to be a genius. The next point is, should I share this? Now in this topic, whenever you want to start something of your own, there's an inherent emotion which comes into you, like you feel that, will this work? Will people like my work? Will people judge me? Will people think that I'm self-promoting myself, I'm a narcissist, and people will literally hear every word I say. If I make an error in speaking English, people will judge me. A combination of all of these things you definitely think when you want to start something, but when you let go all of these things, literally magic happens. So there's a beautiful diagram which the author has shared in this book. He says that if you want to decide that whether you should share this or not, first find out that whether that thing would be valuable to the audience or not. If it is valuable, just go ahead with it. The content is what really matters. What you want to say, what your idea is, that is the most important factor. If you think that you need to rework on it, do rework on it, save it for later, and then post it, and then go ahead with it. So you just have to focus on one thing, what your idea is and how do you wish to convey it. There are always people who have the similar liking, who have a similar taste of what you have. Now, although the writer says this in the context of content creation, putting your work on the internet, but this can be extrapolated in a lot of other areas as well. Whenever you want to put forward your idea, you should only focus on what your idea is and how passionate you are about your idea. If you want to say something to your boss, you want to say something to anyone in general, it doesn't have to be content creation only. So this idea can be extrapolated where you want to focus on what you actually like. The third point is, open up your cabinet of curiosity. In the 16th and 17th century Western Europe, there was a tradition. In that tradition, the people who were hungry for knowledge and the people who were generally perceived as knowledgeable, they used to have a room full of these exquisite items. They used to collect these bones, jewels, and materials, rare finds, some stones, some books, some artifacts, things which are rare to find, and they used to collect all of this in a room. If a person had that kind of a room, he was actually seen as a knowledgeable person, and he was seen as a person who is hungry for knowledge. In today's times, the author says that everybody has this particular room of curiosity in their minds. They have what he calls a mental scrapbook, which can be a collection of many things. Every person on this planet has a unique set of experiences. It can be the conversations that he or she has had, it can be the experiences, the kind of travel experiences, it can be books, music, movies, podcasts, ideas, anything. It can be the internet sites you visited, the books you have read, it can be the music you have listened to, it can be the movies you have watched. It literally can be anything. The author says that whatever is filled in your room of curiosity, just pick any one item, any one artifact, and share it with the world. Trust me, the author says that there's always going to be someone out there who wants to listen to this and who also loves this. So you just have to go in your mental room of curiosity and find out what really excites you. There has to be one thing which really excites you. It literally can be anything. There are some other interesting points in this book, but for that I think you all should read this book. It's a very small book, and if you are reading it on Kindle or an ebook, I think you can finish this book in an hour or so. This book is filled with illustrations. There are a lot of illustrations here. You just look like a little fat, but so this is a beautiful book if you are someone who wants to start something of your own, who wants to enter the content industry, who wants to put up their work on the internet. So this is a great book to start with. It will definitely motivate you, and it motivated me. It changed my life in more than one ways. So that is why I thought, let's just make this video. Do let me know in the comment section if you have read this book, or if you want me to read some books which are based on similar topic. I have also read The Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, which is also one of my favorites. That book also talks about creativity and creating content in general. It's a little expensive, I must say that. The physical copy costed me around 800 rupees. But it's all worth it. Like I always say, books are the best investments that you can make, because you can never know which one idea can make you a billionaire someday. So do read this book if you think that what I wanted to say, what the book says, that resonates with you. Do read the book. And yeah, if you have liked this video, do comment down below your thoughts, subscribe to my channel and like this video. And thank you so much for all the support that you have given me. That's all for this video. See you in the next video. Bye bye.